y'all. So it's been a few days, like a good 2 weeks after I released the Ellowyne iceberg, and I'm finally getting back into the habit of filming again. But one thing I thought I really should show you is how to get on the old Wilde Imagination website for yourself if you would like to through the Wayback Machine. I've never made a video like this before, and I own absolutely nothing at all on the these old websites like the Wilde Imagination one or the Wayback Machine or anything. I'm just using them to show you guys for educational and archival purposes only how to use them. I'm not making any money off this. This is not commercial or anything. This is just a fan project I'm doing, and this is for educational values. So the first way I'll show you how to access the Wilde Imagination website is actually to go in my my description of my iceberg video, and I have some links here. So this is for the Ellowyne page on the Wayback Machine. And then also too, I'll show you how to go to the actual Wayback Machine website yourself if you want to do some more digging. But here you can actually do pretty much everything, most of the Ellowyne stuff. So you can go look at Ellowyne dolls for sale, you can go to her About Me section, or you can go to her diary. So all you do is click on it and it will take you to her diary page. So you can read all of that for yourself and learn tons about Ellowyne, because I love these stories and I think y'all should all check them out. You can go to her About Me page. So you can just scroll down. You can see all types of pictures and stuff too. Most of the pictures are gone, but here you can just learn a little bit about Ellowyne and all that stuff. You can also click on her journal too if you want to read it there. And the videos won't work, but all the videos on here, I believe on the entire page for all of the characters, are actually just like the ones on the Wilde Imagination website, so you don't even have to worry about not being able to see them, because they're all on the Wilde Imagination YouTube channel. But you can go here to see the things about Ellowyne's friends. Here is her favorite things, and there's her poem where you can read Ellowyne's main poem. Okay, so here we're on March of 2015, but if you want to see a later date, you can always do this on all the pages if there's at least more than one archive. You can jump here and it will take you to another date. So this takes you to an earlier page and you can read everything from here. So all of these here will take you to the page that I listed. So we got the diary, my About Me page, and just the home page. All right, so you want to go in a search engine like Google or something, and you want to type in Wayback Machine, and you're going to click on this link here, and it's going to take you to this page. All right, so you're going to use this little thingy right here that has the search bar on it. So you're either going to type in the URL you want to look for or keywords. So normally what I do is I go here and I look up Ellowyne Wilde or Wilde Imagination. So we're going to tap this Wilde Imagination right here, and we're going to hit enter on our keyboard, and it's going to take us to this page right here. All right, so once it loads, because this website can be kind of slow because it's got tons and tons of stuff on there, you're going to let it load, and then you're going to click on these things here. So this shows you some full website archives, or kind of full. Sorry, I didn't mean to click on that. This shows you right here, I believe, just smaller captures. So this could be one simple page, or just a little bitty part of a page. And then here this shows you pictures, and then this shows the years and the days that it was captured on. So as you'll see, it says 2003, but not all of that is Wilde Imagination, the company, the doll company. It's actually used to be something else before. Okay, so what I like to do is I like to go right here, and when it loads the URLs, I like to go to calendar. So you're going to go here, and it's going to show you all the archives they have. So I'm going to go ahead and tell you right now that they don't have any archives actually past 2016. I believe that one there is the last one they have. Here and back is just failed stuff because the website shut down, or it will redirect you to the Robert Tonner doll company page instead. But so if you want to get the really early stuff, you can go here to the 2006, 2007, 2008. But what I recommend is going to 2013 because they have a lot there. And then you're going to go down to the calendar, and you don't want to click on the green ones because there's actually not an archive there. It just takes you to another page, or it just fails. But what you want to do is you want to click on one of the blue ones. So we're going to hit here, which is the 11th, and then it's going to take us to the Wilde Imagination page. All right, so now that we're here on the Wild Imagination page, you can scroll down and you can see all of this stuff. But what you want to do is you want to pick the doll you want to look at. So we're going to be looking at Ellowyne, of course. And then it takes you to this page here. So it does not have any of her videos, but the main thing that I imagine most of y'all are here for are the journal entries. So you're going to click My Therapy Sessions. There we go. We're going to wait for it to load, and then it's going to take us here. So this actually jumped over, and now it's showing us November 2014 because it doesn't have, I guess it doesn't, the therapy sessions are weird with how they're archived, but you can just scroll down and you can see all of Ellowyne's old journal entries there. And then let's say that you're on a page, but you don't like, maybe let's just say that, you want to see a different page instead, or like you want to see this page earlier or later. So you're going to go here to the 5 captures, and it will pull up just that specific page there. So we're going to pick to go to the one in 2014 instead. And let's say we're going to go with November. We're going to go with November 20th, and it will take us to the page. I believe this was the exact same one we were on, but that's how you do that. So if you want to go see the Ellowyne dolls that were available, you can hit Shop Ellowyne, and you can scroll down, and you could normally see them here. See, here we have our dolls you can pick from. So let's say we're going to look at the dress dolls. It's loading. All right, so you can scroll down and see all the dress dolls that were available. Sometimes you'll get a picture of the doll like you see here, and then other times you'll get just a sketch of the doll. So this really isn't the best resource for this. You can see the prices and stuff, but honestly, I just recommend if you're really interested in seeing what dolls were available, there's lots of archives of the dolls on like Pinterest and Flickr. So I recommend that, or just getting one of the Wild Imagination catalogs. But this is good as a last resort, or if you want to see when a doll was available on the website. Also, if you're looking at, let's say, like the dress dolls, but you decide you want to go back to the home page, you can just hit Wild Imagination and it will bring you back. All right, so this time it actually jumped because we were on a 2014 page, so it took us to 2015. So now we have some other characters available, like we have Patience here. So sometimes our little like dolls won't load, so you're just gonna have to click one. Normally Ellowyne is first, then Evangeline, then I think it's Amelia, and then Patience, and then Sad Sally, or those two are mixed. I'm not really sure, but usually for Ellowyne, it's always going to be the very first one, and you'll get back again. So if you're wanting to see different things, I just recommend like jumping around, hitting different times. You'll always see different stuff, and you never know what you'll find, because I did a lot of digging to find the stuff I found for the iceberg, but there's still a lot more stuff missing. So definitely be careful on archive websites, because they're not the original website. Never put your credit card information in or anything. You cannot buy anything here. But through using pages like this, you can find out all types of stuff about Ellowyne and the other Tonner dolls, the other Wild Imagination dolls as well. And you can also do this for the Tonner website too. The exact same thing. So see, we have all types of stuff. Those dolls are really pretty. I love her eyes. She's so pretty. I was trying to click on that, but I don't guess it would go. So yeah, we just got different dolls available there. So you can go, let's go back to is her diary on here? I don't think so. I knew I saw something about her diary. Maybe I was wrong. Here's a really good archive page. This is one from December 19th, 2014, where it almost loads all of our little characters here, but I'll just show you how you can do the exact same thing on another page. So we're going to go to Evangeline's. There's like truly so many archives, like you could spend hours on here and still not find things. So here we can view Evangeline's diary. You can see her video there, which is also on the Wild Imagination YouTube page. So if you want to see that, that's how I recommend you go about doing it. But you can just see all types of stuff. You can always click Evangeline if you want to go back to something new again. But just like Ellowyne, you can see her About Me, her diary. I believe her friends also have a page too. And when you're on the website, you're often going to see fun little pop-ups like this that were just advertisement that normally the company had on there. Always be careful with those, but something like this I think is generally fine. You just want to be careful of like other pop-ups too, but you can always just hit the X and you can go back to your exploring the wild imagination doll web. So Ellowyne didn't have so see on this page Ellowyne didn't load, but you can just click her name right there and it will take you to her website again. So another thing I'll show you for you true detectives out there is if you have a URL you want to look at and you want to see all the archives of it, and maybe say there's a specific page you're looking for. So one thing I love is Ellowyne's old My Ennui page, which was something I didn't even know about until actually I published my iceberg, and then somebody reached out to me and they were like, "Hey Katie, did you know about more old diary entries?" And I was like, "What?" And then I found out about this page. So you're going to want to go to My Ennui, search for it, and it takes you here where you can see all of these things. So these are like much smaller little parts of the website, but it also shows you some really cool stuff. So some of them will have a page saved and others won't. Several of these take you to a page that won't load, which breaks my heart because I really want to read them, because we do still have a few missing. I have found more. Actually, since the time that I made my iceberg, we found 8 more Ellowyne journal entries, and you're going to hear about that in part 2 of my Ellowyne iceberg, the baby berg, which will hopefully be coming in early 2026, which is exciting. But just for now, I'll go ahead and show you how you can get to those in this My Ennui page. So you're going to click on one of these, pick you out a date you would like to visit, and then it takes you here. All right, so I haven't even probably looked at all of these yet. I've looked extensively for all of this stuff, but I still have kind of come up empty-handed. But right here, we have Ellowyne's journal. So this is going to be the older ones. We have all of these thingies here. So this one here for Rufus Rudder, who's one of my favorite characters, if you've watched me at all or probably watched the iceberg, everything about him is completely missing. Like, it always comes here, and we know the name of the page and everything. It's 147, but we don't get anywhere. But on this page, you can look at a lot of different stuff, and these journal entries, so it did take us to one that doesn't work. Let's go to one that does. Actually, let's make this a little bit easier, not harder. So we're going to jump to 2007. We got September 2007 here. We're going to go to Ellowyne's journal, and it takes you to a story. Okay, so that's how you do that, and you can just jump around and you can find different ones with a little bit of exploring. Also, a little bit of an Easter egg. This link to her MySpace page does actually work, and it will take you to an archive of it. It's the coolest thing. So I hope that helped y'all understand maybe a little bit better how to use the Wayback Machine. It's really not that hard to use, but I just felt like a tutorial video, or me trying to make a tutorial video, because I tried, but I'm not so sure how good that was. I just feel like that will definitely help people and maybe make it a little less intimidating. I've been using the Wayback Machine for years because I love lost media and preserving stuff. It's one of my special interests, so I just thought maybe me showing y'all how to do it might help some. But if you still have questions, feel free to reach out to me and I'll try to help you. But just remember, it's not the original website. You can't buy any dolls there. Please don't put in any personal information. Please don't. But you can get a lot of really cool stuff from there. And if you have any other Ellowyne diary entries specifically, anything on the Rufus Rudder page or the Meet Rufus page, or the journal entries, the My Therapy Sessions from 161 to whenever, I don't know how many there are, please let me know, because those are currently missing and I would really like to try to figure out a way that we can get them back for collectors to read again. So go on the Wayback Machine website if you want. Look at all the super cool Ellowyne stuff again. It's always a blasting on that website, and I hope I somehow managed to make it a little less difficult. But before I go and sign off, because I don't really have anything else to say here, I'll show you a little Ellowyne scene I set up last night before I did a little bit of photography before posting to Facebook to see if anyone has those missing journal entries. Like always, thank you so much for watching this video, and I hope you have a blessed doll-filled day, and thank you to everyone who watched my Ellowyne iceberg. If you haven't watched it yet, I would really appreciate it because I worked very hard on it and I really want it to get, I want the algorithm to pick it up. So really any like views and watch time you can give it would really help, and I would really appreciate it. And I also think you would like it if you like Ellowyne, and if you don't, it might be a fun way to learn more about Ellowyne. So thank y'all for watching, and goodbye for real. But definitely come back. You don't have to leave me forever. You can click on a new video, but I gotta end this one now. See ya.